Hi there, welcome to Student Spotlight. My name is Judith Caffrey and I'm joined today by Aoife Doyle. Aoife, you are from Donegal originally. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what you're studying in Maynooth.
So, hi, my name's Aoife and I'm 19 years old. I'm from Donegal and now I'm living on campus here at Maynooth University. And I'm currently studying Irish, German, and geography. And yeah, I really like it. It's been great so far. I'm in first year, so I've just started my second semester and I just love everything about Maynooth and the university.
Brilliant. So you're from Donegal, which is a bit of a distance, and obviously, as you said, you're living on campus. So
Yeah.
we'll come to that. Where are you from in Donegal and how did you decide that you would choose Maynooth as the university where you go to?
So I come from Gort in the Gaeltacht in County Donegal, and when I was doing my leaving cert and looking through my CAO options, I changed my mind a lot of times, but I decided to choose arts in Maynooth because with the arts degree in Maynooth, there is a lot of options. You can choose up to four subjects, and within the first month of first year as well, there was the option of being able to change subjects. So if you weren't too sure on committing to one subject or two subjects, there was choices within that and you could change, and then when you go into second year you can leave two subjects and just continue with two subjects or one subject. So I just really liked the variability of it all compared to other arts degrees where it was very much choosing before you go in.
Are you continuing with subjects that you did in your leaving cert in your choices in
uh,
Maynooth?
yes, I am. For my leaving cert, I did the compulsory subjects English, Irish, Maths, geography, German, music, and biology. And then now if I'm doing Irish, German, and geography because they were like my three favorite subjects. So I'm really happy that I got to continue them on.
Great. And did you spend the first few weeks of the semester kind of deciding, or did you come in sort of knowing pretty well what you were going to continue with?
I was kind of deciding because I knew for sure that I wanted to do Irish and geography because I like to go into secondary school teaching after my degree. But then I had the option to pick 15 more credits. So I decided to do German as well because I did well in it in the leaving cert and I really liked it as a subject. And what I like about languages is that it's useful all around the world and not just academically, like you can use it in your social life as well. So I thought I would continue with German as well.
Brilliant. And actually, there's been a change for now for first year students so they can come in and take 30 credits in first year. I know for yourself, it's just 15 at the moment. So
Yes.
for our new starts from September 2026, yeah, you can take 30 credits in Irish as long as you have Irish at your leaving cert level coming in.
Yep.
So you think then in second year, like you're thinking of teaching ultimately, have you kind of decided what you're going to narrow down to when you go into second year?
Yes, I've decided to do Irish and geography, because I'm currently doing two modules of geography, so 30 credits in total. So I'm doing a lot of human and physical, so I'm very much immersed in it at the minute. And then there's also more options like modules wise, going into second and third year. For example, there's climate action and sustainable development, which is also a new subject, a part of the leaving cert. So I think so I'll be, I'll have my degree in geography and Irish, and then but I'll also have credits in climate action and sustainable development as well, which will be very useful as a teacher in a secondary school. So that's why I've
Great.
decided to continue on with those two subjects.
Did you come down on your own? Had you been here before you started here, Aoife? Did you come to open days or how familiar were you with Maynooth University?
Well, I came to the open day, the winter open day when I was in sixth year, and I really liked the campus. I really liked everything about it. Um, and but I didn't know anyone like before I came down here. I was the only person in my year group, like from my school, to come down. So really, I yeah, I didn't have any clue what to expect. I was naturally like nervous coming down, especially as I knew that there wasn't going to be like friends from home. But once I came, I was so delighted, and I'm like loving every day of it here now as well. So I'm really glad I made the decision to come to Maynooth, because everyone is so lovely and everything has really fallen into place. So I'm very lucky, and yeah, it's I would highly recommend it anyway.
How did you find that settling in process though? Like, did you just hit the ground running, or was, I know you're living on campus, so that probably really helps in terms of meeting people.
Yes, yeah, that was a main factor. So I was lucky enough to get on-campus accommodation, and I live in the Scéim, which is the Irish-speaking apartments. So I had to go through an application process for that, and I was lucky enough to be accepted into it. So I'm living in an apartment with four other people, two other girls in first year and two boys in final year. So there's a nice mix, and everyone is just so friendly. So I'm really grateful to everyone in my apartment as well, because we all get on really, really well. And that makes the transitioning process so much easier as well when you have other people to speak to. Because if you're living by yourself, it can feel kind of daunting or maybe lonely. So I'm really grateful to live here on campus as well, because that really helped with, starting off in college. Because the first week, especially kind of during orientation week, I was very unsure. But then once we started first semester, then I thought, yeah, this is where I'm meant to be, kind of. So yeah.
So are you interviewed for the show, or just in brief, how does the application
Um,
process work?
So I had to submit an application form talking about my experience with the Irish language and why I want to live in the Scéim. And then based on that, then I was invited for an interview. And then I had an interview talking about my experience and why I'd like to live in the Scéim and everything as well. So that was the application process, and then I was accepted in, thankfully.
Are you expected, or you probably want to speak Irish the entire time that you're living in the accommodation, or
Um,
what's that like?
Yes, yeah, we are expected to speak Irish all of the time, and like within the apartment, and then outside the apartment as well. We kind of need to be the, you know, ambassadors, you could say, to kind of promote the language and encourage other people to use it and take part in the Irish society and stuff like that. But we love it. It's like what we signed up for, so it's really good, because at home I speak Irish because I'm from the Gaeltacht. So now that I'm in university, it's like something that I could bring with me. I didn't have to leave speaking Irish behind, kind of. So yeah, yeah, that's what
Are the
it's like to
others in your apartment from different Gaeltachts, from, in terms of the language that you speak? Is there much variety or much difference in terms of
Yeah, there
pronunciation?
actually is quite a bit of variety. There's one girl from Connemara and one girl from Rathcarn. So within three people alone we have Donegal, Galway and Meath. And like the accents are different, and we have a lot of different words for things. But that's another experience that I like about the Scéim, is that you can learn about the other Canoinchi or dialects. And yeah, and then once we like go into the Irish lectures, then like you can kind of see the connections and stuff within the language. So it's really nice. Yeah.
So how many would be in a lecture? How big are Irish or new lectures? And how does the week break down in terms of, your other subjects as well, in terms of lectures and tutorials? What's the time commitment like?
I think my timetable this semester is around 15 hours, which isn't too bad at all. So Irish, we have 3 hours of lectures, and then we have 2 hours of like tutorials. So the 2 hours are together, and then we have 1 hour of a Cora, so a conversation class where you just get a chance to practice and speak the language. And then for German, we have one lecture a week and two tutorials. So that's only three. Now, I'm doing German language and culture, which is a separate module from mainstream German, you could say.
That's your advanced
Um,
level, I suppose. You're not coming in as a beginner. Yeah.
yes, exactly. So it's just one lecture a week and two tutorials. So there's only 3 hours of that. But then we are expected to kind of do our own study and, give time to the assignments and stuff. And then geography, I do two modules of geography, and each module is 3 hours. And we have tutorials for them which are 1 hour. But if it's a tutorial week, then we won't have a lecture on, say, on a Monday or a Friday. So it always works out to be 3 hours of each module of geography a week.
How did you find the difference between, say, doing your schoolwork versus university work? Even in terms of writing essays and everything to do with the learning in university, how does it compare to second level?
At university, it's very much independent. The lecturers expect us to do the readings for certain modules because at secondary school, the teachers would give you homework and then they would know if you didn't do it, or it was more monitored. Whereas here, like, there's nobody keeping track of you, and the lecturers do care and they do encourage everyone to stay on top of it. But then it's for your own benefit in the long run to stay on top of your work, do your assignments on time, and to start them in advance instead of leaving everything to the last minute, because it can be very, very stressful because we're told about assignments weeks and weeks in advance. So then you just have time to prepare and stuff, and then in the long run, then once you get your exam results at the end of the semester, then you're kind of like grateful to have done all the work all along instead of cramming it at the last minute. So compared to secondary school, like, you have to, commit yourself and, self motivate kind of. But it's at the same time, it's kind of easier because you have hours in between lectures, so you can just go to the library, or you might only be in for 3 hours in a day, whereas at secondary school it was 6 hours, and then you'd go home and have to do all your homework. So the day at university is very much broken up, and you have more free time to yourself as well.
It's very much independent learning, isn't
Yeah,
it? And as you say, you
definitely.
have to be self-motivated. So then you need to try and shoehorn in a bit of relaxation time, I suppose, and being able to
Yes,
get involved in your clubs
definitely.
and societies. And you mentioned some earlier. So just tell us a bit about your clubs and societies involvement, what you're doing there.
I take part in a lot of clubs and societies, and sometimes they can get hectic when I'm trying to get assignments and stuff done, but I love it. So I'm a committee member for the Irish Society, and with the Irish Society, like, we organise things like Tegas Play, so everyone just meets up, drinks tea, and like have a little chat, and then pop up Gaeltarty. So usually they're in conjunction with the trad sock, which I'm also a part of for traditional music because I play in whistle. So on a Tuesday night, usually the Irish Society um, and the Trad Society will join together, and everyone will speak Irish and play instruments, but it's not very, very strict. Like, people who aren't fluent in Irish are encouraged to come along and to use their like couple of focal. And then I'm also part of the musical society as well. So in semester one, I took part in a musical, Moulin Rouge, and I had the best time. There was a lot of rehearsal time, but that I really enjoyed that because then I got to get really close with all the other cast members. And now coming into semester two, I'm still friends with all of them. I still chat to them. And I'm currently taking part in a drama as well, an Irish drama called Gaeilge. And it's half in English and half in Irish. And it's going to be on stage in the Maxima during Seachtain. So I'm really looking forward to that as well. So all of this week, like, we have rehearsals for that as well. So all of these things are usually in the evening time, which is nice because I can finish my kind of academic day, and then in the evening times I just get involved with everything, and it's really nice. It's like kind of something to look forward to at the end of the day. So yeah, it's really positive because Maynooth has, I think, over 100 clubs and societies, so there's definitely plenty of options for everybody.
I imagine it's hard not to be kind of greedy and want to join lots and lots of
Yeah,
different things. So you have to try and pick and choose as best you can in terms of your
exactly.
timetable.
Yes.
That's brilliant. And then in terms of the assignments and the exams, how does that break down? Like, do you have much in the way of continuous assessment, or is it mostly end of semester exams that you're dealing with?
In semester one, I had three exams at the end of semester. So one exam each for both of my geography modules, and for Irish and German was continuous assessment. But then now in second semester, German and both of my geography modules are continuous assessment. So in May, I'm only going to have one exam in Irish. which is really good, which I'm really happy about because all of the studying towards the end can, get kind of heavy. The only thing with continuous assessment is that it very much is continuous. So, like every week, we kind of have an in class assessment, and it's nothing too heavy, but you are expected to keep up with the workload. So, if you're the kind of person to leave everything to the last minute, that doesn't work with continuous assessment. But there's pros and cons to both, but I love both of them, and I'm delighted that I only have one exam in May. So, yeah.
Is it true that you're doing the voiceover for our ads for our campaign for the open days, Aoife?
Yes, I am. So I do the radio ads, Ask Gaeilge, and they go on many different stations for people to hear. And then I also do the advertisement videos as well, also Ask Gaeilge, and I really enjoy filming them. And I love being able to promote the university and also to speak Irish in the videos as well. So yeah, and it's also very fitting because I genuinely would recommend Maynooth. I think it's a really lovely university. Everyone is very friendly, and yeah, I would highly recommend it. So everything I say in the videos are definitely true.
Even though it is a script, but you still believe in the script, and
Yes,
that's good
exactly,
to hear.
exactly.
Aoife, just before we sign off, in terms of the CAO and any maybe advice that you have for someone who's considering their CAO at the moment application, do you have any words of advice?
I'd say to definitely keep your options open. I know that's a very generalized thing, but it's very true because I was kind of going over and back with a lot of different courses. I mean, I was going between primary teaching to dentistry, and then there was so many different options to choose from. So I know, like from experience myself, it can be really hard to try and narrow them down. But the best thing would be to just kind of look at the future of kind of the career. um See, it's just because you like a certain subject at secondary school, you could do that in college, but then afterwards there might not be a lot of jobs in that sector, kind of. So that's why I chose arts, because I have a wide range of subjects I really love all of them. And you can always do a master's in specialized fields as well. So in terms of the CAO, I'd say keep your options open, and also list your preferences, like in order of what you genuinely want to get into, not what you think you're going to get, if you know what I mean. So if your course is well over 500 points and you're not sure if you'll get those points, you can still list them in order of preference anyway, because you never know like what's going to happen on the day of the exams. The stars could align and you might be able to answer every single question, and every single topic that you come up. And then if you don't put down your number one choice course at the top of your list, if you don't put it at the top and then you do get the points, you'll be like really annoyed with yourself. And like my careers teacher always told me, you can always go up in the CAO choice, but you can't go down in the CAO choice. So just put everything in order of preference, and no matter what happens, everything will definitely work out. And yeah, just keep your options open. That's basically kind of my motto, you could say, because
Excellent.
everything does work out in favor. So yeah.
Good. And can you give that to us? I'll keep your options open.
Connie do ra in the oscailte.
Garmagat. Thank you, Aoife. Lovely to talk to
Thank
you
you so
today.
much. It was really
Bye.
nice to talk to you. Bye.